Imagine footsteps from inside your own ceiling. Not a memory, but a presence, so close you can count each groaning creak of the floorboards. It is autumn 1941 in Denver. A man named Theodore Edward Coneys, frail and shivering, finds an unlocked door and slips into a silent hallway. He moves towards a closet where he discovers a small, hand-sized panel. He wriggles through the gap, his ribs scraping against the beams, until he is swallowed by the black, dusty air of the attic. This cramped, forgotten space becomes his world. For weeks, Coneys lives like a ghost, emerging only in the dead of night to steal scraps of food and water. The homeowner's wife is away, leaving the house quiet enough for him to survive, night after silent night. It poses a terrifying question. What good is a locked door when the intruder is already inside, living just inches above your head? One evening, the homeowner, Philip Peters, comes face to face with the spectral thief in his kitchen. Panic erupts into violence. By morning, Philip Peters is dead. And while neighbors whisper of strange noises, no one ever thinks to look up. They prefer a simpler story, a haunting, not a desperate man clinging to the rafters. Months later, the new resident of the house hears those same strange noises and calls the police. 2 officers stand in a darkened bedroom, listening. They watch as the louvered door of a closet seems to quiver on its own, almost as if it's breathing. Suddenly, a panel in the ceiling gives way, and a skeletal man tumbles to the floor, his eyes veiled in dust. He is a living specter, and behind him, in the darkness of the attic, lies his nest. A crusted tin plate and a bed of old newspapers. The truth was more horrifying than any ghost story. Coneys confessed everything. He had been living in the attic for 5 weeks. He learned the family's routines, their habits, the sound of their breathing as they slept.
He had mapped their entire life by sound, surviving by being quieter than suspicion itself. He never had to break in because he was already there, waiting. This is the detail that burrows into the mind. The ultimate violation of safety comes not from a shattered window, but from a silent presence within. It turns the very idea of home into a hollow echo. This story remains terrifying because it is not just history, it is a recurring warning. In the modern age, our security cameras all point outward, guarding against threats we expect. But the forgotten spaces, the attics, the crawl spaces, the voids in the walls, remain unchecked. In hindsight, the neighbors in Denver remembered small, unsettling clues. A milk bottle mysteriously empty, food disappearing from the pantry. The pattern is always subtle. A sound you dismiss as the house settling, a feeling of being watched that you shake away. The most disturbing intruder isn't the one trying to get in. It's the one who has been living alongside you all along.